Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into a game-changing tool for Java developers, Manifold. We will cover what Manifold is, its major capabilities, how to get it set up in your build tools and IDE, and finally some live examples of how it can supercharge your developer productivity and increase it manifolds. Let's get started. So exactly what is Manifold? Simply put, Manifold is a Java compiler plugin and collection of libraries designed to supplement your Java project with highly productive features. It is fully supported in JDK LTS releases 8 through 25. By adding it into your project, you unlock a massive suite of enhancements without needing to switch to a completely different JVM language. Manifold's features generally fall into two major categories: advanced compile time metaprogramming and powerful language enhancements. Let's talk about metaprogramming first. Manifold allows you to type safely integrate data, metadata, or domain-specific languages directly into Java without any code generation build steps. You can write native SQL of any complexity directly in your Java code. The schema types are automatically derived from your database, giving you type-safe CRUD operation with no ORM or DSL required. Similarly, you can use types defined in GraphQL or JSON schema file directly in your code. You make a change to the file and instantly use the new types with code completion. It also supports seamlessly integrating XML, YAML, CSV, and even JavaScript. Along with metaprogramming, Manifold provides powerful language enhancements such as extension methods, delegates, properties, named arguments, science library, and many more. Integrating Manifold into your existing projects is incredibly straightforward. Because its features are modular, you simply add the new Manifold dependency of your choosing to your existing project and simply add a build plugin for the dependency. To get the absolute best experience with Manifold, you will want to install its IDE plugin. Manifold provides comprehensive support for IntelliJ IDEA and Android Studio. You can download the plugin directly from JetBrains marketplace. Once installed, it hooks up with code completion, navigation, user searching, refactoring, hotspot debugging, and even full feature template editing. Now for the fun part, let's look at some live examples of Manifold's powerful language enhancement that improve developer productivity. First, extension methods. Manifold lets you add your own methods to existing Java classes. You can add new utility methods to built-in classes like string, list, or file, which completely eliminates the need for clunky utility classes and boilerplate code. Let's start the demo with extension methods. We simply need to add a dependency manifold AXT. I have added this dependency and used a predefined manifold version. We also need to add this dependency to Maven compiler build plugin and pass the compiler args as xplugin manifold. For the demo, I will create extension methods on string class to allow null safe blank check, override the existing isEmpty method to be null safe, and to add a custom print method. Important point to note is that when creating extension method for a class, the extension method should be defined in a package that ends with extension.actual package of the class. So let's create extensions.java.lang.string package. Let's create a class in the package by name of string extensions. Annotate the class with extension annotation. That will ensure that Manifold recognizes this class. Now we simply need to create static methods as needed. To capture the object on which the method is invoked, we need to use this annotation as method argument. To intercept or override an existing method, we will use intercept annotation on the method. Now we are all done. Let's test the methods. I have a main class ready. Let's define a null string. Let's call isNull or blank method and call custom print method if true is returned. Let's also call existing isEmpty method and see if we get the right output. As we can see, the extension methods are working. Now let's jump into the next demo. Next example is properties. Manifold introduces properties, allowing you to eliminate the getter and setter boilerplate. The IDE plugin automatically infers properties from your existing source files and compiled classes, making your code much cleaner. Similar to extension methods, we simply need to add a dependency manifold props to use the properties. I have added this dependency and also added this to the Maven compiler build plugin. A property can be declared with manifold annotations. @var to declare read-write property, @val for a read-only property, and @set for write-only property. Let's create a separate package for the properties demo. I'll now create a person class with few properties. Let's define a read-only property name, a read-write property email, and a write-only property age. Let's now go back to our main class and try these out. Let's create a person object. Let's update email and age. Now we will print the values. As we can see, the properties are working as expected and they make our code very simple to read and write. Now let's jump into the next demo. Next we are going to look into optional parameters and named arguments. Instead of writing endless method overloads or complex builder patterns, you can now use optional parameters and named arguments via Manifold. This adds massive clarity and flexibility to your call sites, and it's completely binary compatible with methods, constructors, and records. To use optional parameters and named arguments, we need to add a dependency Manifold params. I have added this dependency and also added this to the Maven compiler build plugin. Once we add this dependency, we can start using optional parameters naturally by simply declaring the default value in method body using variable name equal to variable value. Optional parameter can be used in both constructors and methods, and these work with Java records as well. For the demo, let's create a new package. Now let's create a new record country with properties name, language, and time zone. Let's make language and time zone optional. Now let's also modify our existing person class to accept optional country through a setter method. Let's also modify the constructor of person class to make the name optional. Now let's go back to the main class and try out these changes. Let's set a country for the person using the optional parameter and print it. Let's also create a country record and print the values. As we can see, default values are printed in the output. Let's check out the next demo now. Last example we are going to look into is operator overloading. Instead of calling methods and passing arguments for mathematical operations, Manifold allows to express these as simple expressions, thus improving readability and overall experience. Operator overloading is part of the Manifold ext dependency, so we don't need to add any new dependencies. Let's create a new package and create a new record point. Manifold compiles the mathematical expressions into class methods. Addition operation is translated to a plus method, and an incremental operation plus plus is translated to inc method. We will try these two expressions, so for that let's create a plus and inc method in the record. Now let's head back to our demo class. Let's create 2 point objects and add them using binary operation. Let's print the result and use incremental operator on the result object. Let's print the result again. Now let's execute our main class and see the results. As we can see, the mathematical operations worked as expected, and this concludes our demo for the video. And with that, we have just barely scratched the surface. Manifold also includes string templates, tuple expressions, checked exception handling without the try-catch boilerplate, true delegation, structural typing, and even a preprocessor for conditional compilation. If you want to see a deep dive with live examples of these other capabilities, drop a comment below and let me know which feature you want to see next. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.